If you want to get good at calisthenics fast, you need to force your body to adapt to more weight. That's what lets you fly through progressions. So you can do stuff like this. And the easiest way to do that is by wearing a weight vest during your calisthenics workouts.
It instantly increases the resistance of every body weight exercise, requiring more strength, more tension, and more control out of every rep, compared to just training and building strength with your own body weight. And when you take it off, everything you do feels way easier and you progress way faster. And if you don't have hours to train and still want to get the most out of the time you do put in, or you just want something you can add to your current training that's going to make a big impact on your progress, this is what you're gonna do. But first, if you need a vest, you can grab yours at Thenx.com or click the link in the video description below. Most weight vests are not built for high-level calisthenics, lacking the durability to survive intense workouts and the fit needed to stay tight to your body, while allowing full mobility for movements like handstand push-ups, muscle-ups, planche, and even push-ups without getting in the way. That's why I made the Thenx weight vest using only the highest quality materials with a fit that moves with you so you can do any exercise without restrictions.
And while you're waiting for yours to be delivered, you can use a book bag filled with books. But if you have one already, before you put it on, we need to find out what your max reps are in 4 exercises.
Pull-ups, push-ups, dips, and handstand push-ups. And if there's one you can't do yet, like handstand push-ups or pull-ups, just do the hardest progression you can do, like pike push-ups or Australian pull-ups. Then you follow this protocol. At least 2 times per week, you'll do 3 sets at 50% of your max reps for each exercise. And those sets can be done back to back or broken up hours apart. Whatever works better for you, just make sure the weight vest is heavy enough so those reps feel challenging, without having you go to complete failure at around 70 to 80% intensity. So if your max is 10 pull-ups, 25 push-ups, 15 dips, and 4 handstand push-ups, then with the weight vest, you'll be doing 5 pull-ups, 12 push-ups, 7 dips, 2 handstand push-ups. And if you couldn't do the pull-ups yet, and your max was 10 Australians, you'll be doing 5 Australian pull-ups with the weight vest. Doing this lets you do more in less time. Fewer reps, but each one builds more strength and more muscle instead of just burning you out. You're basically conditioning your body to handle more than your own body weight, which is the fastest way to progress onto harder exercises and skills, while also increasing your max reps fast.
And once those weighted reps start feeling closer to 50 to 60% of your max, and you know you could have done at least an extra rep, that's when you can go ahead and go for that extra rep. If you can, go for a harder progression, or even just add more weight to the exercise to bring your intensity back up to that 70 to 80%. Now this next thing you'll do is going to speed up the process it takes to master your calisthenics skills by focusing on the 4 that actually have the most carryover across everything.
The planche, front lever, 90-degree hold, and the handstand. But instead of trying to train all of them at once, you're gonna split them up and train just 2 at a time on separate days. So one day could be planche and front lever, and the other could be 90-degree hold and handstand. And you're going to repeat that split for a total of 4 skill days per week. So every skill gets trained at least twice, but also you're training pull and push together more often. This is something elite athletes often do, training planche and front lever together, pull and push, since they target antagonist muscles, which makes the opposing muscle even stronger. And just like with the basics, what you're gonna do is find the hardest progression you can do for each skill without the vest, then use half of your max hold time as your target with the vest at around 70 to 80% intensity. So if your max handstand hold is 10 seconds, you're doing 5 seconds with your Thenx weight vest. And if you have a 6-second max 90-degree hold, you'll do it weighted for 3 seconds.
And again, we'll use the grease the groove technique, getting in at least 3 to 5 sets, which you can spread out throughout the day so that you're fresh before every attempt and so that you can hit your target hold time.
And once those holds start feeling easier, like you could have held it 2 to 3 seconds longer than your target, that's when you'll either add a second to your hold, increase the weight slightly, or move up to a harder progression to bring that intensity back up. And the reason this works so well is because calisthenic skills don't just require stronger muscles, they also require stronger joints, tendons, and ligaments to support your body in those positions. So if you're only training at your body weight, you're only conditioning them to handle that amount of load. But once you add the weight vest, you're forcing them to adapt to more resistance than they normally would. And eventually, you'll be doing your current max reps with the weight vest on, making every exercise you do feel super light because you got so much stronger.
If you made it this far into the video, I love you so much and I really appreciate you. To show you my appreciation, I'm gonna give away one of these weight vests to the first person that comments Thenx weight vest in the comment section. And remember, you can always get one at Thenx.com. It's gonna be the best investment to your fitness journey, and it's the #1 thing that's gonna bring you the most results for years, possibly the rest of your life. So just stay consistent, track your numbers, and keep increasing the demand over time, adding reps, extending your hold times, moving on to harder progressions, and of course, adding more weight to your Thenx weight vest. And see how the skills that used to feel impossible now feel like a warm-up because you're actually good at calisthenics. And if you want to join in on my live training sessions where you'll actually be able to talk to me and join the world's biggest calisthenics community, it's all on the Thenx app. Just download it right now for free in the App Store. And I'll see you guys next week with a brand new video. Smash that like button, leave a comment down below, and subscribe if you haven't already. Mad love, peace out.